Do you want to be able to call yourself a man? You aren't there yet, but let's build some basic understanding on how to get you there. You there. Now, as cliche and oversaid this sounds, it really does. But I want to start with my first point and say respect and honor your parents. One thing that I will always run by for the rest of my life: no parent deserves more respect or attention than the other. 50% of each of them is what makes you up. Tell them that you love them, because you won't always be there. They won't always be there. You have to make sure that they always know these things. Tell them that, hey, mom, dad, I respect you. Mom, dad, I love you. Tell them these things as much as possible, as often as possible, because they're not always going to be there. Emotional maturity is very important on your journey to becoming a man, on your journey of manhood. And not being able to tell your parents that you love them is a sign of emotional immaturity, emotional non-intelligence. Like sometimes you'll be watching an American movie and this kid will refuse to tell his parents that he loves them, especially in front of his friends. Now, I have friends, I think my only friend who can say that, who I think would say that to their parents in front of his friends, is Hillary. And then we have me. I always tell my parents I love them. Like out of nowhere, I'll just text my mom and be like, hey mom, I love you. And that's how it is. That's how it should be, because that's the kind of person I am. I'm very affectionate. I'm not saying that as a man you should be affectionate. I'm saying that as a man you should know how to display your emotions clearly. And especially towards your parents, you have to make sure that your parents understand and know how you function as a person. Not entirely, because they won't really get most of it. Then I want to drop on another concept like loyalty. Loyalty comes into play a lot. It isn't okay to have to choose one parent over the other. But in some circumstances, believe me, you will be forced to. There will be circumstances at some point in life where you are forced to choose the one parent over the other, and you don't want to do that. Believe me, I know what that is like. And it's not okay to be forced to choose one parent over the other. But in such circumstances, when the time comes for you to have to, in my opinion, I would advise you that your loyalty belongs to the people who raised you. Your loyalty belongs to the people who contributed the most to you becoming the person you are today. These people watched you grow up and they know more about you than you do yourself. When you make it in life, they are the first person that you should be thinking of first. Be it your mom's side of the family, be it your dad's side of the family. That doesn't matter whose side of the family it is. What matters is who raised you, who contributed the most, and watched you grow up. If you are forced to choose one side or the other, that's the side you should be running with. But I still stand on it when I say treat and love your parents equally. I'm not saying buy your mom a Bugatti and buy your dad a Toyota. No, that's stupid. Your mom probably won't even want the Bugatti, and your dad, he definitely does. It's a Bugatti. What I'm saying is give them both the value of your undivided love and attention as you grow older, just as they did for you. Whatever the hell happened between them, and it isn't your business. I don't care. You shouldn't either. You have to learn to be the bigger person and stop blaming them and their problems and their behavior for the way you came out. Yes, I will still stand on it and say that they are definitely partially responsible for who you are right now. But how you choose to go on for the rest of your life is your decision. It's your choice to choose, okay, these are my values, this is how I'm going to act, and this is how I'm going to try to change myself. It's all your decision. It's all up to you. Become the bigger person. I don't care what your parents did to you as a kid. Be the bigger person. Be bigger than them and forgive them. Continue to love them, because how can you be asking God for forgiveness on a daily basis and not be able to forgive others? It doesn't make sense. You can't forgive your mother or your father for not being there, or for emotionally abusing you, or for A, B, and C and all of that. Then you are failing yourself at not redeeming yourself. You're failing yourself at not being able to forgive others. You are dropping your own standard. You are failing God, because now you're going to go back to God and you're going to do all of this and this and this. You're going to say, hey God, I'm sorry. God, I did this. God, please forgive me. My brother, go forgive those people who did you dirty. And then go to God and say, hey, God, this and this and this happened. And I'm sorry. Maybe your parents aren't going to say sorry. Parents never apologize. That's totally normal. It's whatever. But it's up to you to choose whether or not you will forgive them. And other people, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. And mindset-based behavior. Your mindset-based behavior is also a crucial part of it. Hard work is very necessary as a man who wants to make it. And your mindset plays a role in whether or not you'll be able to be willing to put in the hard work. Nothing is easy. One day you'll find yourself sleeping on one blanket on the floor in a single apartment, surviving on noodles, because you're on your grind and you've sacrificed so much, you've sacrificed a lot. But if you keep pushing daily and if you keep trusting in God, maybe by some miracle of a chance, 1 week after all of this, perhaps you could find yourself being wealthy enough to buy the high school you went to without circumstance, without consequence. Why does my English keep messing up? Let's not focus on that. Without consequence. Doing all of these things with all your money, but at the same time, you will still have to learn how to be responsible with that money. It will take time. It will take lots of time for you to get from point A to point B. Just wait. Just fix your mindset. Just fix your behavior. Focus on the right things. Know where you have to go, what you have to do, and understand that you have a purpose and that this purpose of yours is something that is very important for you to fulfill. How much should you work? Work until your parents and your grandparents don't need to work anymore. Work until your wife can start as many businesses as she wants, and even if they fail, you'll both be fine. Me personally, I don't believe in I'm a 50-50. That's not something for me. It isn't going to take away your masculinity to have your wife working along with you to make ends meet. No, that's normal. There are men who do that because circumstances force them to have to do that. And maybe some of them have even more manly values and experiences than you do. What is going to take your masculinity away, however, is refusing to push, refusing to provide more than she can, refusing to do that, refusing to become more. That is what's going to take away your masculinity. What I'm saying is, you must have the ambition to provide so much that she doesn't need to work. If she wants to work, let her do what she wants to do. But she shouldn't have to. That is how much you should be pushing yourself to provide. Look at me. I'm doing YouTube, and within the next 10 years, who knows, I might actually make it really far. I want to be able to provide for my woman, for my family one day, for my parents, for my siblings, and say that, hey, this money, I made this, you guys can go do whatever you want. That is what I want for my future, for my family, for the people around me, for the people I love. And you should be wanting that exact same thing. You should have that desire, that drive that pushes you forward to tell yourself that, hey, we have to do something for them. She should be able to sit down and relax at home and do whatever she wants, take care of the kids, while I go out and work and push myself so that they can have the best life ever. My grandparents push every day. My parents push every day so that I can have a good life. I too, I must push and push and push so that they can have a better life. Personally, me, I want to have an old school type of life, guys. And a lot of you can relate. I understand what you mean when you say you want an old school type of life, where my woman can live a stress-free life, and as a man, I need to know what I want. I need to know what kind of life I want to live. You too. I need to know the type of woman, not woman, singular, woman. Not plural, singular, not plural. The type of woman that I want to marry, that I want my kids to be raised by. The type of woman that I know that I want to spend the rest of my days with. You need to know what type of woman you have. And once you do, you need to be able to tell yourself that, okay, this is the type of man that I need to become. You know what you want, and that's good. Keep on that. But the reason God hasn't given that to you is simply because you're not ready. She may be the one for you, but my brother, are you the one for her? She may be the best thing that has ever happened to you, but are you the best thing that has ever happened to her? Before you can start telling yourself, yabba, I want a wife, to start displaying traits of a husband, of a good husband. And we're just kids, so for now, we just need to build up on that. But first, just tell God, hey, God, please take me. Let Him shape you into that. Let Him shape you into that perfect husband. Let Him put you through the ringer a few times, how better and all of that, so that He understands, so that you understand that, okay, now I am strong enough to handle whatever you throw at me, God. You have put me through all of this, now give me more. I look at my dad sometimes. And I cannot fathom what he must have went through to achieve I cannot imagine what he has gone through to achieve the emotional intelligence and maturity that he displays today. I will have to wait a very, very long time before I can achieve that level of emotional maturity, because wow, that is admirable. So before you can start saying, hey, I want a girlfriend, I want a wife, become a husband first. Become a man with the mindset of a husband. Then you can start saying, hey, I want a wife. But until then, bro. Wait first, and then you can start asking for it. Wait first, become first, then you can start asking for it. Create values and morals based off of Jesus' teachings, so that you can lay down a base plan on what you want to become, who you want to become, and know how you will do it, so that you can start working towards that. You need to understand yourself and know that, okay, I'm a boy and I want to become a man. How are we going to do this? Think about that. Think about that a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night. Have a great night. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to press that like button. Kisiras, like a joke. Please do. Sharp.